chauffeur, visual, driver and preparer always prepared his car beautifully, had it going on song, a top car on the big title a number of times, and now we see the name here again, Brett Milburn in the 86 car. Just getting out our safety gear, which is taking a little while. Car's not looking too good, but the driver's looking fine at this stage. We'll just get a report out on it, as I say, once we get the driver out of the car. Tirana there working on that at the moment, trying to pull the rear quarter panel away from the wheel. Crash crew working on that. Couple of hooks in, pull it out a bit, and that car will be mobile again. That's the Saunders car. Oh, it's not driving, I can see that now, so alright, well, we're still there, still trying to let's put our heads together, drive us out of the Cortina. Just going to the back of the ambulance now for a bit of a check. The Tirana is going to be mobile again by wheel. The boys can pull that rear quarter panel away from the wheel. And we'll just see, we'll do a bit of a report down here of what happened. Flow's alright, she's getting everybody. The ambulance on the infield, a little bit shaken now after that hit. But Flo said to tell everyone she's alright, just a little bit shaken up. As I said, the Tirana's going to be mobile again by the wheel in a minute. The boys have worked on that, pulled that rear quarter panel away from the wheel. Cortina will be going onto the infield. I'll get the ambulance off the track. Thank folks, things contribute to the racing. The cars, like we say on numerous occasions, we can fix, but we just do not like to see people hurt. The Saunders car
appears to be ready for a restart, so we're happy there that Jenny and Herbie there are not hurt. Probably, you know, I think Jenny only in that car. I don't see Herbie in that. Look at the required number of laps. 19 off the pole there. 19 as far as the fifth. Alexander 19, sorry. Alexander 19 is Jennifer White. So that's all the pin and the distance all. I've put together a list here. I really like trying to cheat the tax man. Okay. Number one coming. Wide is coming for the second iron. So Kathy Higgins in the number one car. If you remember, we were calling this car as number 11. Oh, and that was a good bit of driving, really, if you watch that post from Nolene Lyons, because Nolene saw that car go sideways, then had enough reaction time to see there was one coming down on the left, and just locked everything up and nudged the number 9 car, the Cylinders car, but it could have been a lot worse because of the leaking point. Okay, back to the ladies, standard ladies. Sandy Hickman holding off the shark from the beat. Kathy Higgins piloted number 1 car down the back chute. Saunders, Jenny Saunders, still in third there, because they have some planes to play. 44 Giro Nolene Lyons holding down that fourth spot at this stage, and the Alex 19 car of Jennifer White. And 55 Natalie Smith and 97 Debbie Dixon. Look at the challenge on down here, down on the inside. Kathy Higgins in the number 1 car, the big 1 car. She is the current big 1. 18, trying to get back up and challenge Sandy Higgins there. Dropping a fair way back now as Jenny Saunders in that number 9 car. And 44 Giro Nolene Lyons trying to put enough pressure and does so indeed. Down on the inside. Well, you should leave the gap there, Jenny, if you don't want someone to fill it. That's what racing is all about. Just so you know, can you put yourself right in there. Now the fifth spot at the moment is Jennifer White at 55 and 97 is Natalie Smith and 97 Debbie Dixon in that order. 97 cuts down on the inside and then right down on the inside of the 55 car there, does it nicely. Natalie Smith in the bucket and goes right down around the outside. Back to the leaders and she's doing well here. Kathy Higgins in number 1. 18 dropped off a little. Sandy Hickman. Back to 4 Giro Nolene Lyons and 9 is Jenny Saunders. Their own little race down the back chute here is the number 19 car of Jennifer White, 55 Natalie Smith. Does it very well indeed, right around the outside. And 97 is Debbie Hickman. Well, you pull that one off with some considerable fun there. Oh, how does that sound? Natalie Smith. That night you've got herself 3 of those 2 last place cars of this day. Kathy Higgins in the number 1 car. 88, 180%. All the way back down to the 40 car of Nolene Lyons. And there, Jenny Saunders car. Have their fists and fangs on the restart for this event. Got a couple of passion scratches there, that's 40 yellows. They really don't need any stopping just because they're not so pleasant to watch. We really need to keep the program working at times. Otherwise it becomes a long day. The kids get cranky and tired, mums and dads have had enough to put up with all day. We will try to keep it up as much as we can, though. Number 1, right up behind the tail end of the tail end, that's the right thing to see. On that one, the tail end is the 19 and 97 car, and that's going to be a little difficult by the look of it, because Kathy need not get hung up too much before she has the 18 car there. Old Sandy Hickman right on the hammer. 1 to go. Be happy to see that indeed. Kathy's got a good shot through that front position. Sandy Hickman, no slouches either. She's just dropped off a little bit there because of the traffic. The number 40 car there is Nolene Lyons. one is through. Nolly Lions in 44-0. Jenny Saunders.
Number one, the winner.
Looking a little sick inside, and Herbie will have a job on his hands with considering that one. 1:18 and 40 are the officials. 1 Happy Higgins, 18. 1-8 Sandy Hickman. So give them a hand, folks, as they go off the circuit. They'll be pretty happy with that. And 40 is Nolene Lyons. They don't muck around these lanes. Okay, flags down already. Boy, they didn't waste any time there. And 44 jumped right out of the lead. That's Kelly Hunter. That's right behind there. Number 6 car in the Rosedale 6 car is Darren Stewart. Really hyped up and going very well. Look at the 54 car. I'm not quite sure what she keeps pumping that steering wheel for. That's the 54 car of Donna Dale. Might try and get to her after why she punches that wheel. She's happy if she doesn't have enough thrust to get around there. Okay, the Lorraine Larry's number 5 next through. Melina Hamlin is with 53. And the last one is she's flying very, very hard indeed to get up on terms and do the same thing again. 54. The next one through by 4. Donna Dale. 41. 2-1, Debbie Whitman. Darren Stewart, right on the tail. Lane Clary, next through, then Melina Hamlin. Dale still pumping away at that wheel. I'm not sure whether they're all the that's got one. Okay, 21. Debbie Whitman next through. Back to the leader, 44, holding down that front position. Kelly Hunter. Darren Stewart just not able to get up on terms a little closer and put the pressure on that's necessary to have her make an error, make some sort of an error. Okay, 44, Kelly Hunter. Darren Stewart next through. Lane Clary. Melina Hamlin next in 4th spot at this stage. Number 12 being followed by the Stewart to hold his position. That's how indeed they're driving towards the skip dump. All the cars coming behind. Darren Stewart slipped out right onto the outside in turn 1, which will bring down yellow, I'm sure. That car just needs to lose all power. Sharon, I think, was keen to get out of it really and get out onto the outside where no one was doing more than anyone any problems. That's brought down the yellows. We'll have to do a full back. Way ahead there of the Lane Larry. Actually, 5 race cars. Look at Melina Hamlin. See, slowly. Man, I had one of them things on the road that used to handle like a block of Vermont. Jelly, or whatever you want to say. I don't know how the hell they get us around the racetrack. Aim in one direction and it goes the other. 53. He's certainly got this one going well today. The Lane Larry just does so each time it comes out. Kelly Hunter, doing it nicely. Pulled up that little buffer off the start, jumped right away at the flag. And she goes wide, Lane Larry. Nicely presented motor car. Melina Hamlin in 5-3, back to 54, line 4, Donna Dale. Focus your attention on Donna there when things get a bit close. Not sure if she's trying to destroy that steering wheel or just an act of frustration, but she certainly does something there. Or whether it's a passenger or not, I see it down the back. Right, they might, the passenger may be urging her on. Anyway, number 141. Where are we? 2-1. Now put the laughing move on. Well, put a laughing move on the tail. 1 to go, white flag out. 44. 4 is Kelly Hunter. car there, looks scary. And the 12 car, Jenny Ballard, I believe first time out or very near the first time out for us. So she's having a look at operations to see what it's all about. Pretty hard task to come into a big title to learn what it's all about, but never mind. So Kelly Hunter in the 44 car. Lorraine Murray in 5 and second. And at 53, 5-3, Lavina Hamlin. So, going to be a big day here, but prior to that on Saturday night at Rosedale, they've got a big night there opening the track with the new lights and the new modifications to same. So that's going to be a big night down at Rosedale. All you speedway fans come along down there because it's always a good night. Okay, and we're racing and Kay Robbins out into the lead in the number 11 car. And the big 7 car of Beauty Whiskey next through 65. It's Brenda Brown and 13 is Vicky LeBlanc. Well, pace is a little slow because the girls realise that these cars have to be run by the men later and the track is slippery, and that shows a lot of good sense by not doing anything stupid. Oh, Vicky Lindsay, a big run up the outside, just shows she's just picking a dry line there, or she picked a dry early line through 1 and 2. But up the front duty, she put a big loop ball into that number 7 car and went right on by the 11 car of Kay Robbins. 65 is the next one through, Brenda Brown, and 13 down the back is Vicky LeBlanc. White flag about to come out for duty. They'll indicate the last lap. Only 4 cars. They then only get, I believe, 4 laps. Nicely prepared street here on the 50 metres. Prepared car, the number 7, also the 11 car. They're in very nice indeed. All these 32 cars are looking really good. Second flag comes out. Preparation for Beauty Lindsay, unless she has something really stupid down there on turn 4. Up the front chute, Beauty Lindsay in 7. Give her a hand, folks. Come on. Let them know that you like it. What the hell you come here for? Number 11, Kay Robbins. 65, Brenda Brown, and 13, Vicky LeBlanc. So, for a second, third, 7, Beauty Lindsay first, second, number 11, Kay Robbins, second car, second, 65, third, Brenda Brown. Decide which way the hell he was going to go. So he decided to hang on and just see what was happening. Okay, 19. Oh, a lot of uncertainty there and a little bit of me there. 27. Oh, tell you what, and didn't know that it was so popular. Rightio, nominee back to the leader. That's Divi Young. We'll have a big lead there. Brings it all the way up, 27. Look at the side of that car, folks. Have a look at it. Big commencement. 27. Rips the side out of that car. 44-0. Kenny Leeson next through. And it's on the 15 car after a sortie on the infield there for him. fact you've got the red flag out there, so there's an indication that there's a driver hurt in that one. I'm sure that Ken Manning, in his wisdom and his experience as a first aid officer there, that he would realise that perhaps there's a problem there with the driver, and he's immediately put a red on to bring everything to a standstill. Okay, on the last lap, and the declaration will be made there, and I think you'll find the placings will be Trevor Wallace has won that one. We're just waiting for confirmation on second and third, and we'll certainly wait for some report over there from one car, I believe, is up and running again, a 48 car, 44, about to be pushed out. And we have to assume, folks, that the people down at trackside that see these hits when they occur must make a decision of their own there. Perhaps the stewards looking somewhere else uncertain. If there's someone close to the action that has an indication that a driver may be hurt or injured in any way at all, then they react accordingly with either a yellow or a red flag. Hey, 25, Paul Howden, as we called, was second in that one, and 61, Shannon Mayer, in third position. Winner, of course, Trevor Wallace in 23. Well, I was calling the event down the bottom end of the circuit when I heard that bang up the top, and when I looked up, it looked from the marks off the track, it looked like it was a heavy hit. And playing the mark, of course, in the racing, flags up, we're going, racing, better go and get the right sheet for it, of course. Unfortunately for me, because I don't have the sheet ready, the yellows come out. 7 and 12 down 4. Yeah, okay, wait till they come around. Thank you, the 43 car. So Andy LaFavour. Well, Andy's been around a while, and he's a great guy and a great driver, and he enjoys his racing here, and he'll get right in amongst these guys. The 15 car on, the Billy was the one over. Down on the inside of 34 there, Grant Adderall. He was looking for a place there, and he's got it in third, but look at the extra favour in 43. He's eased out the 34 car, he's come right on around there, and that 15 car would really have went a little bit wide to the car. Now look at that, pretty empty into the track, but I don't suppose he's caused a lot of problem. The 43 car has lost all motion, and Andy won't be happy with that. He'll put a new lap band in that, and he'll have it going for the next event. You can be sure. Okay, back for you. Stand tall, going. He's right out in front. He's been bleeding the first out of the rest of this field because he's really got a great lead going there. 15 Steve Ward next. Number 2 car, Darren Button on that car with the tail. 34 Grant Adderall and 41 Darren White. 1 litre saloon, and you'll appreciate what we were saying about the ladies. Folks, we've got 8 ladies racing today, and we've only got, 6 gentlemen racing. We've got 4 ladies and we've got guys racing in the 1 litre here today, and that's good to see. That's behind every good driver is an equally good lady. Let's hope we get on more. Dan Golgo into the number 1 car. In the number 1 position, 15, Steve Ward. 34 and 7 having their own little later day here, and Grant Adderall number 7 car is Darren Butler. 41 down the back there is Darren White. Steve Waldo. Steve Allwood. Sam Waldo, sorry. Steve Allwood. Grant Adderall. Darren Butler and 41 Darren White. Too hard. I just saw that as he went into one, he would be too hard. He does have that by exiting the circuit on turn 2. He just seems to right on in that corner at Fort Milton. I was wondering how on earth he was going to maintain the equilibrium to stay on that track, but he did that until he got the 2 and then fell off. Stand Malongo, big one. First waiting at this stage. 15, stay forward, 34, 2 forward, ran out of 41, Darren, great. Now back to Darren Butler. Right hand and saloon lady, she's here, so that's just the best done for the ball. Looking for what? Thank you very much, Darren. Warwick McAfee tucked in second there. Look at that big door on wide end, right out wide on full reverse blocking. He's moving the bucket, never even stands up. Look at that, gets it off for a minute, gets the car set up. Now back going in there, and a beautiful drift out through to and down the back there. Warwick McAfee back in behind him. The Ramsdale car is dropping off the pace a little, but he won't be far out of the operation. Peter Evans going fast, saying that not very happy with what's happening there. And I don't know what that was, but the field was still on the third. Warwick McAfee just leading right on from a different line altogether there. Number 9 car there of Ramsdale gets the tail out, controls that car all the way through on the side of the third car there. No twisting of the wheel. Look, 53 here goes off onto the infield, back on again, Brad Elton. Ramsdale, that big moving thing of McAfee down there, like it's half on strong and half off. It seems to keep up on strong enough to get right up the tail. That number 9 car of Ramsdale. I can't get my feet right today. 53 goes on to the infield, but not had enough for today. Number 11, Ryan Ramsdale. Boy, that's a big hand for a motor car to trip through there. Warwick McAfee gets it out on the side. And the Dandy Knob, the 9 of Rothbury. Oh, yes, that's Rothbury. Not too good around here, but now somebody comes to help him. Right, so much happy. 70 Peter Evans, so that's an uncustomary place for him to be. About to have some friction on him for a lap. Alan Ramsdale back onto the middle of the track there, and almost caused some concern for Ramsdale. Yellow's out because we got the 9 car stuck on the Billy himself on the pole line down here on turn 3. Out into the lane, and boy does he beat that thing coming around. It's really a tough spot. Warwick McAfee directly along behind there. A lot of understeer there, sorry, a lot of understeer from Warwick. He tries to get that car straightened up and boom over the top. Look at this number 9 car. He hangs it right out onto the fence there and gets it straightened up, and now comes the yellow once again. Just in time. As usual, just in time, we get the number 6 car start. Francis Ramsdale. Indeed on that car. Look at Davies around the outside. Evans, sorry, Peter Evans. Going through turn 2 this time, but certainly not at the speed he was trying to go through before. That was the reason for that car understeering. It just would not respond. He was full over a wall and the little back there that threw him on board. And Peter Evans gets his car all sideways and got back on the left. McAfee has got that car now stuck on the turn 2 and will bring the yellow down. got one lap to go, and you shouldn't see many changes in the wheel placing from here on in. Barring something unexpected. Cameron Dow. Mark Smith. Darren 28 still going very hard indeed, but gets it all the way wide there. Second flag now on Cameron Dow. First, Mark Smith second. And 28, Darren Hart just couldn't get through the traffic. Darren, I'm sure, had he been given a chance, he would have made some impression there on the leaders and walked out of the cellar. 29 was next through. 29 is Gary Sagassa, and 98 is going very hard indeed, Kevin Fitzgerald. 48, Mark L. Burney. Okey doke on there.
Heat 3A, the standard saloon ladies title, Heat 3A.
Okay, just while the girls are settling themselves down here, we've got a Valiant Charger over in the spectator area that we need moved, folks. Urgently, we need that Valiant Charger moved from over in the spectator area. I would not think that there'd be too many Valiant Chargers over there. So if you have one and it's over in the spectator area, would you return to it and just check that it's not your car that they want moved, please. The Valiant Charger, big stump down here on the bottom end of the main straight as we've got the 19, 18 and 40 cars all entangled there. Well, that's a bit of a blow there. Blow pin, number 19 is out. Blow having been injured earlier. This is the Alexander car, I think, of Jennifer Light. Number 18 also involved there is Sandy Hickman's car. And number 40, Nolene Lyons, who probably was the instigator there, having spun, and I think the others then cannon right in there. Okay. Sorry. We must have that vehicle out and running. 97, Debbie Hickson. Well, we don't have too many left, do we? Debbie Hickson out in front, 44 next is Kelly Hunter. Down the back is the Alex Tate car of Melissa Gary. Well, the big moving potato goes by there and pops away on the overrun. 97. Kelly Hickson, 44, 4-4, Kelly Hunter. Alex Tate, Nelson, Jerry, Alexander Tate. car being told to hold the line. Doing that right at a track, well, it allows you to go by either side, so I guess that's fair enough. Everything still goes on that very right. Coming under a lap down at this stage on the Berry. The Alexander late car. One to go, white flag out. A little bit of urgency creeping into Kelly's driving there as she gets up and has a look down the outside of the Divi Hickson in the 97 car. The only way she can go perhaps is down the outside, and whether she'll have the legs, I'm not all that confident. Okay, straightening up and no problem at all. Divi Hickson in 97. First home, 44, Kelly Hunter next. Third home is number 8, Alexander, 8 car of Dunkerry. Okay, back to the pleasant part of the evening, and I'm sorry, of the afternoon, and I'm sorry to have the unpleasant bits thrust upon us, but you have some half-wits that want to do things that aren't the right thing, and we just got to fix that up, and we're certainly doing that right now. And we've got a very good rapport with the police here at Drouin, and they'll be here, I'm sure, and we can fix that problem, no worries at all. You can imagine what a rock thrown from the top would do to someone if it hit him in the side of the skull. Well, not very pleasant at all. You wonder about someone's sanity. Okay, back to the leader, Sharon Stewart in the number 6 car. Number 5 is Lorraine Barry. Standing 53 car. Lavina Hamlin, boy, that car's a handful to drive. Number 1, Kathy Higgins, the big 1 car, and 21-2-1 there is Debbie Whitten, 54 by 4, Donna Dale, and 12 is Jenny Ballard. 55, also slowly down the back chute, Natalie Finn. Up the front chute to record another lap, Sharon Stewart. Well, she's doing this very well. Down on the inside there goes the number 1 car of Kathy Higgins. Number 5, Indigo, back onto the circuit, right in the path of the number 1 car. Just built up enough speed to avoid having that fastest interference. Big problem here with the microphone, so we'll try and get out of the wind pit. Sharon Stewart out in the lead. Number 5, Lorraine Murray. Number 1 there is Kathy Higgins. And 53, Lavina Hamlin. 41 down the back, Debbie Whitten. 54, Donna Dale, and Jenny Ballard as well. Well, Sharon Stewart built that nice little buffer there, and trailing a yellow flag, that would be considered to be a real nice little buffer. Back to the number 5 car of Lorraine Barry. Number 1, Kathy Higgins, and Lavina Hamlin in 53. Number 12, Jenny Ballard being told, hold your line right here and just allow these guys, these gals to come past. The path for galvanised these girls to come past. Number 5, Lorraine Barry. This is the American television too long. Kathy Higgins in 1. I can squeeze on by and does so. Right up the tail of Lorraine Barry now. Sharon Stewart just doing it nice and cool there. Mix the line, nothing, overdo it, don't break the car, you've got to find them up here. Lorraine now being placed under some pressure from Kathy Higgins. Kathy's going to have to go around because I'm sure that he's not going to let her get underneath. She needs to make an error for her to do that. Okay, Kathy Higgins, make that move around the outside. The track's very slower over there, and you should get enough traction to get out of the move, but doesn't have to run down the back chute. Signal goes. The white flag should come out on this one with 1 to go. 1 left to go for the leading car now. And for the remainder of the field, but look at this for a move up on the outside. Can she pull it off? Well, you're going to be in trouble there, my dear. Lorraine Barry, she's not in trouble at all, because she goes right down the outside, the inside rather. What a big move from Kathy Higgins there on the outside. Second flag comes down, and boy, was that a nice drive there. Because stuck with it, come down the inside. Number 5, Lorraine Barry, and held on to that second place. A little disappointing for Kathy Higgins because I think she thought she may have had that other driver trapped in there behind the slower car, the 54 car of Donna Dale. And that's not what happened because Lorraine just said, yeah, I'm going to go down the inside. And she had every right to, she did that. Came home with the second spot, and that's the all-important number 2. Right, so that's number 65, Lindsay Griffin.
Vision 2 hot rod man.
Well, it's a big ask for you on off the tail end of the field. They'll be trying ever so hard. The flag goes down, right out into the lead, and Rob Lindsay. Around the outside, and he's made right. No, he hasn't. He's tucked it right in there. 65 gets it all the way sideways here on turn 1. Gets it started, so there'll be no need for a yellow. The field brings itself out now. 94 puts it sideways on stretch. On turn 4, and that's where he'll stay. Have a very one goes down. We'll have a yellow on that. Yellow's out. Okay. Slow it down, fellas. Back to wet. Stopping distances are extended on the wet track. Okay, back to okay, Robin, you're going to do a while. You're going to have to start getting line on the top of the flag. Get yourself out into that number 1 spot. 61 on Shadow there, right behind him, and he won't give him any beats whatsoever. One onto the infield there, the 96 car, he entered it. And see a 66 car, okay, on again on the infield. One looked up on the pole line down here. Rather than 2 laps behind, I'm going to pull it up and start off the rear end of the field. We're away in racing. Well, they're sorting themselves out into the straight lane here. A little touch in the tail there of the Ross Furlong car from Austin Corcoran. And that's put Furlong right under the infield there. Really white, yellow. Frame it all up again. Ross Furlong might be happy now all about that. He's gone back down there. The racing's on again. And so away we go. Look who's done it again. Rob Lindsay. How many times do you have to do this? 61, he said that's the first race I've ever been in that I've been past 6 times before we started the race. 51 having some problem there, not handling all that well. But it's got some emission from the back of it. Look at the understeer on that car. 51 is Wayne Martin. That's the leader, Rob Lindsay. Rob Furlong trying to get the inside. On that 61 car is Rob Patterson, but Rob's not going to allow any easy passing manoeuvres there. Down the outside, 45, and that's going to be a slippery run to give you to turn 3, I can assure you of that. 45, 4-5 with Peter Wyatt. Up back here, there's Austin Corcoran comes down on his inside. Holding up onto the far end of Brownie there in the 13 car. Brownie trying to get around 51, trying to get either side of him, whichever. Corcoran says, I'm not going to wait on the inside, I'm going to get down on the... And how he does when he's right down on the outside, but then he's cuts it back down. Now he's come to the outside, right up the front chute. Looking for a run round that 51 car. Way up. 3 mile back to the leader. Nicely. Rob Lindsay in 7. 61 next one. Rob Patterson. Then Rob Furlong. Brownie next through, then Austin Corcoran. 45 unkind treatment there. I'm not sure if that'll result in anything, but it appeared from here the drop just back the tail end of Frank student staff. And the racing. Racing here, let's go. Left rear tyre flat out A-B&K. Doesn't have the consulting. Wow, every which way but loose there. What do you think, Brian? Number 4 comes out of that melee in front. He's doing good, Debbie Van Dorn. She's pulled that off. There's some object over on the turn 2 there, the exit of turn 2. Didn't do a full time, have a look at it. See that it's not something strange. Friends around in second, 25, I don't have a driver for. 36, I don't have a driver for. And 19 is Leanne Young. What a really shame you don't have a full list stuff. Yeah, okay. Alright. Debbie Van Dorn. Brenda down. 25. 36. And 19 is Leanne Young. 19 just beyond 36 charges. And a little nudge. Like the guy, trying to give us one unholy ball. Okay, coming up to the last lap, number 4 car, Debbie Van Dorn. She's built up a little lead here over the rest of the round in 78. 25 a fair way back now. Third of the circuit, white flag comes out. Number 4, Divi Van Dorn. Very understeer on the 25 car, just cannot get it to respond. Doesn't still in big straight across the corner. 19 is Leanne Young goes on forward, straight into the wall. On by the 36 car, and then just to add insult to injury, comes back and goes stop going to the side of 36. They got that going or not? No, they haven't, so they'll probably check it anyway. Need to. Okay, 478 and 25. Up in a position. Flag down and we're racing. Go, Stewart, and we're racing. Judy Franklin, 7 on the outside of her, Linda Scott. The 41 fish strike. The number 1 Sarah Irene Galolgo, and down to that 34, Julie Glenn. Back to the lead, there's a little scuffle going on up here. Just the holding out yellow there. Fish might give it indeed. That's ducky there. From the bear factories over on the roof of the county. Oh, and we're 80. Rear breath. 14 into the side of the 15 car. That 15 car seems to turn across a little sharply there. Pulls everything down to a pretty reasonable speed. 14. Nicole Kowalko. Gets the car started when the yellows come out. Way to go. Now we're racing. With the exception of 43 car that's stuck down on turn 4 and did not even fly up on the restart. Start going now. Yellows are out. Wouldn't get my lead, but every time we get the flags out, it's about to start. Well, that's not on at all. Okay, big run there on the restart. 16. Mary Lisa. Got that little jump that she needed on the 72 car of Rob Hooper. Wasn't rolling around earlier, but now that she got the jump on the restart, it'll be hard to stop. 14, 1-4, Nicole Kowalko. And number 1, Irene Kowalko in the 6-1 car. 41. Chris Dyke. 34 going very, very slowly now. The turn 3, and not sure if that's car power motivated or pedal power. Anyway, we've got it going again now in a gear, and she's got to boot the bucket, and we're racing. Long arm steering style there of the 34 car. Julie Flynn. 41 side, back to front down here on turn 3 and 4. 41 Chris Dyke, going the wrong way. Needs to get one way or the other down there, I think. I've saved another yellow, so forgive us. Coming under some pressure from Irene Kowalko. One lap to go for Irene. up the situation here. A clean pair of heels there has shown to the rest of the field. By Marion Eastham in the 16 car, she comes up to take the checkered flag. Does that very nicely. Nice win there. Next 172, Rod Cooper in second place. And third place, Irene Kowalko in the next one car. Tony Mill off the line. He's 3 hours across there, but two up beside him. 69, next time. 23 in amongst the we get down the back chute. Look, there's the lurking back there in fourth and fifth spot. Blair Jones in the 22 car and Paul Farrell in the number 1 car. Tony Mill, he's really cleared out here. Blair Jones puts the position on the 23 car. Paul Farrell now trying to get up on them, goes down on the inside of number 44, Darren Hossack. Tony Mill, 69 next down, Jim Gadd. Blair Jones and Paul Farrell to get up on terms. There was an old rail, they just didn't seem to have the front. And Tony got out there and he maintained that lead. Great racing. 27. Big commencement. All the way wide. Must have played clean on this big track. 40 is Kenny Leeson and he's into the tail end of that 19 car. And 19's going to go a little wide here, I'm sure. Went in very hard there and he's got it all the way sideways. And there by the skin of his teeth. Jenny Leeson, would he be saying, God, let you have a look after me? He's out in the lead, then we're doing it nicely now. He's got a nice little break on a wet track, understeering to hell with that 27 car of Victor Entrance. He's got it down low on the track and the new break just in front of Brendan Adams in the 15 car. 19 and 4 down the back is Steve Young, and the ball car is Anthony Edwards. Well, very slippery indeed, and Ken Leeson's doing the correct thing there. He's got it right off there, he's gone nice and slowly through 1 and 2. You see what happens if you don't do that, because Victor Entrance gone all the way right there, high up on the wall, and he's taking penalty. The 15 car of Brendan Adams taking over that second spot. Well, wet greasy track here, 19 gets it to sideways and gets it started again, Steve Young. 15 about a contention there for first, Brendan Adams. Now you've got 40, then Leeson, 27, Victor Ensign, 15 back on track, damage. Brendan Adams, number 4, Anthony Edwards. 19 gets back in the action, gets right out on the wall, barely touched. Steve Young, having his own little race, but look at Ken Leeson, he's got that thing dialed in nicely, he's not taking any chances at all. He's backed it on down because he knows if anyone's going faster than him. Very wide off the circle of track. He's doing it very nicely indeed. That's brain blunt, and that's the way an experienced wins races. Look at him back on down there, number 19, and into the wall this time. He missed the last time, but he's succeeded this time. Stevie Young, he's got it started. Got to head in the right direction now, or almost. 27 just around him. Actually, Victor Ensign and 15, Brendan Adams. Second flag coming out. That's the number 48 car. Muscard, Division 1. Second flag on Ken Leeson. Now, who's going to be a second home? I don't think there's any doubt about that. The 27 is Victor Ensign. 19 a lap down, so 15 will take third. 15 is Brendan Adams. Wasn't going to happen. Ken Leeson, we're about to start one. Heavy one. In the 11 car, 39 there is Chris Dyke. Number 13 car, Vicky the football run. Okay, back to the racing. 11, Kay Robin, 39, Chris Dyke. We've got a 180 down here with the 13 car of Vicky LeBrun. He's got it sorted out now and heads it up the right way, or the infield, and then head it up the right way. In the meantime, Kay Robin goes all the way up to the early way. Back onto the circuit and resumes activity. In the meantime, Kay Roberts is doing this nicely. Chris Dyke is able to get up on the turn. 65 is Brendan Brown. Number 7 car with the bonnet lifting there. Still got a couple of securing pins, so they may allow him to continue. Judy Lindsay. 11, Kay Roberts. Well, I just followed the clock. 39, Chris Dyke. 13, Vicky LeBrun. From there, number 7, Judy Lindsay, duck a boot into a bear up the front chute, and got a little bit wishy. Big hand off the opposite block. Okay, last lap. Kay Roberts, 39, Chris Dyke, off the circuit, back onto the circuit. Hey, that's the way to go, guilty, up and over, that's the way we go. One to go, Kay coming out, for Kay Roberts. Chris Dyke, washed off about 300 metres there in that little gordy into the bush, 60 litre. You'll run in the 13 car, switch brake gets all over the place like you know what. 65 there is going to Brown at number 7, Judy Lindsay. Okay, check your flag down on K. Roberts, home first. The final of the Divi 200 rifle lady. 39, Rich Dyke, second. Rich Dyke in 39, the second.
Division 2 Hot Rod Ladies winner.